Okay, I started to watch a video here on YouTube called Jim Jones versus Bernard Poolman, in brackets, cults sharing interesting similarities, by some Desteni 000. So I started watching, and I have no idea what this Jim Jones is. But the first point brought forth in this video here says, the People's Temple, I quote, the People's Temple, due to the paranoid nature of Jim Jones, fled to Guyana to isolate the followers/members from reality. Desteni has Bernard Poolman with his isolated commune in the countryside of South Africa. Fascinating. Well, on this point, what can I say? I mean, it's the people that started Desteni, which is Bernard, Andrea, Sunette, Fidelis, Gian, and others, around about 10 people or less than 10 people that live in South Africa. And at some point they decided they want to move to a farm instead of being in the city. And the other members and participants of Desteni are all over the world. They live in various different countries and participate through the internet. Whoever is able to visit each other, they do so. And we do not only visit the farm in South Africa, we visit each other in many different areas of the world. So this is really a ludicrous accusation or assumption about Bernard Poolman and his isolated commune in the countryside of South Africa. Come on. The members believe they are chosen for, I quote again, the members believe they are chosen for a great goal. For Desteni, it's a new world of perfect equality. What I have to say on this one is the following. We do not believe we are chosen because we do not believe in a God or something that will make you the chosen or the select one. We say that we must choose ourselves. We must make the choice to stand up for life, and life is, by definition, equality. This is how we see it. This is the common sense we see, and it's very simple. You do not have to believe that you are chosen. It's not about that. It's about making a conscious choice, realizing that you are able to stand up and do something about the situation in this world, and that if you do not do it, no one else will. That's what it's about. Then the next point in this video, I quote, the average member follower believes totally, but they are the isolated, and within the indoctrination, the members are educated to see their practices as the only way, the one true way. It's a very common list of traits, just like the classic narcissistic of cult leaders. Jones and Poolman share this hugely. Again, this is a false accusation, because the tools we apply and propose are the tools of self-honesty, self-forgiveness, self-will, self-responsibility. So within this, there's nothing to believe and there's nothing to follow. It's about empowering yourself to be able to see through the veils of conditioned perceptions that we have been raised and educated to view the world through. Purify the filters through which we look at the world to actually see what is happening here, and to take responsibility for who we are within the whole. I quote again, narcissist leader who use delusions of greatness to hide his weaknesses. It looks like this user that is making this video is just jealous because, I mean, Bernard Poolman using delusions of greatness to hide his weaknesses, that is just ridiculous, because the whole, or the main point of Desteni is for people, and that is everyone, to stop deluding themselves, to stop their delusions of grandeur and stand as equals. Because I mean, we, the people who have some money and some ability to move in this world, we are the ones that are able to make a change. Not the half of the world that is starving somewhere on the other side, on the dark side of the world. No. So if we do not put aside and stop our delusions of grandeur, no one will make a change in this world that will be to the benefit of everybody. So again, just empty, hollow accusations here. I continue quoting. Jones actually worked with the poor, so maybe he cared, whereas Poolman hates charity. The Poolman does not act as the second coming in some ways, but demands people listen and follow as if he is. No. Bernard Poolman hates slaves and hates followers, and he's demonstrated this in various ways and many different times. As for charity, what we are realizing is that charity, the whole institution of charity, is simply perpetuating the current system, because what it does is it's like a band-aid solution, a momentarily solution to ease the pain for a moment and make the ones that are causing the pain through acceptance of the current system feeling okay, you know, we are doing something about it, at least we are giving something of our, you know, income or profit or whatever to these poor people, so we are good people. In other words, what charity does is it makes you feel better about yourself while you are not actually working on a real, actual solution at the core of the problem. And that is why we do not support charity, not saying it should not exist, or actually we're saying it should not exist because charity can only exist in a system that is like the current system, a polarity system where you have to have your rich and poor. If we had a system of equality where everyone had their fair share of everything that is here, charity would be irrelevant. And that is what we're saying. Next point here, I quote, "The People's Temple was like communism around Christianity for Jim Jones's ego, whereas Desteni is communism based around occult and New Age beliefs. But as with Jones, it is to support Bernard Poolman's ego." Wow. I mean, why am I taking the time to do this? I'm taking the time to do this now because I am not willing to accept such assumptions, accusations, and actually this must be really deliberate hating that is happening here, because this person obviously has not researched, obviously has not looked into what it is we're busy with at Desteni. And if this person has looked into it, then it must have been from the starting point of wanting to do harm, wanting to present Desteni as deceptive people, bad people, which is not the case. So to address these points, Desteni is obviously not communism, because if you look at communism, even there you had the idea of equality, but in practicality communism was actually just another form of dictatorship. You had a leader and you had the masses, and you had control, and you had education based in fear and dogma. This is not what Desteni is about, please. Occult, I mean, if this is referring to the interdimensional portal and the interviews done, if one research and actually study and listen to the interviews, one will see that there is one message coming through, and that is that of self-responsibility and equality and oneness. It's not about the portal. We actually need to work more with what is here and take a political road to actually change things from the inside out, and from I was going to say from the bottom to the top, but we do not want a bottom and we don't want a top. We really want equality, which means no bottom and no top, which means the end of any hierarchy, which is the whole point of Desteni again. New Age beliefs has no place at Desteni. As a matter of fact, we work on debunking and exposing any and all beliefs that this current system, not only political system but also religious and spirituality systems that exist in this world, we are exposing and debunking all those beliefs that all systems are based on. This is again the whole point of Desteni, because it is these beliefs that make us fight against each other, that make us delude ourselves into some hope for something greater afterwards, while we allow billions of beings to suffer here and now. This is unacceptable.